Good afternoon. It is July 24th, 2025. And today we just had this bear or bull doji. And here's what it looked like on the 2700 tick chart, just a range. So the price action for today started about right there. You can see that gap down, and we kind of just went sideways the entire day. And again, we have a rather slow day. Low volume day of about 130 bars, so lower volume than the previous couple of days. But we were just in this small range. I'll make this bigger. And I'm thinking I should probably look at the 1300 tick chart because the volume's so low. So let me pause the video. So here's the 1300 tick chart. You can see the past few days we've been in this uptrend, and today started over here yesterday when the market opened. And to me, it looks like we were in this range and broke out and formed a range higher up in the trend channel. So let's take a look at these bars and see if there are any trades according to Max System or any that I think may have been good swings. So 5 o'clock is right about here. So I think right away, this is a nice short. And actually, I remember I took a short on the MES, and I think it was probably right here. It didn't set up as well here. Probably at this doji. Somewhere in here is where I entered short just because there was so much room back to the EMA. Same thing here. So much room back to the EMA. And we break out to the low side here. You could argue for this one. I would say I would say for this one you want to ride it back to the EMA. You can see there's a lot of space. So maybe this is one where you go for a 2-point scalp instead of one. 95.50. Yeah, you got about 2.5 points of room there. Anyway, you get this higher low. That sets up quite nice. But I'd be hesitant just because of the sideways stuff right here. You could take it, but I don't know. A lot of dojis come up here. We're just kind of whips on, but then you get this strong bull bar, and you can see two bare legs right there. So I think that's going to be good for a scalp. And if you are picking up on what the market is telling you, I think you can ride this thing and you can ride it all the way up because who would want to back out when you get a strong bar like that or a strong bar like that or a strong bar like that? You're you're not going to want to. So you can just trail above each one. Or if you have three targets, you can scalp out 2 points at one, 4 points at the next, and 8 points or whatever for your third target. You can see we break out, it fails, probably test the midline, and then you get this lower high. I don't think I'm going to take it at that point. I'm not sure I would take it just because if you look to the left, over here it looks balanced, but now the bulls are starting to look pretty strong. We did gap below the EMA right here, but then we uh, traded above it, and prices are responding to the EMA. And although this was a great trade, with the bias being up, I don't think I'm going to take this. Come down here, you get a break, move to a new low, boom, you get that. This is probably too far into the range to take. And look at this. I mean, you get this micro channel right here. You get this tight bull channel right here. So the bulls are strong. And yeah, if you are thinking quick, and Mac always says this, if you are thinking quick, this is a strong move up. Um, Very strong move up. So if you're thinking quick, you could probably buy anywhere in here. But you know that takes some quick thinking, and it's tough. It can be tough for beginners. So anyway, this looks like a spike and bear channel right here. You get a break, you get a higher low. What would I be thinking here? I'm trying to. This higher low looks pretty all right to me. It's just that I don't think, in real time, it's hard to uh, buy into this bear channel, and it could be going lower. It just this is this is one that to me looks much easier to spot in hindsight, and you can see it trapped a bunch of bulls. We come down. You now have a break and move to a new low. All right, so we have this break of this bear channel, move to a new low, and then you do get a decent higher low, but it looks like it responds to the EMA. It's a little iffy, but then when you get this looks like a failure. I like that, and unfortunately, it takes a minute to trigger. Um, I mean, you would have been in the trade if you entered on a stop order, but it went sideways a little bit. Then it just nice, very strong move. And you get this lower high. I mean, we've been ranging all day, so this is a nice lower high with plenty of room back to the EMA for a scalp. Do you take this one? You're getting a little closer to the EMA, but I mean, you could, especially if you have room. 1175 to, yeah, it's close. That one's closer. So that's why you got to be quick thinking too, because you know it might bounce off the EMA. You get 4 ticks, and then you get trapped. So this kind of looks like what we had here. A little steeper. So this right here looks a lot to me like this bear channel break, move to a new low and bounce. So you can see break, move to a new low and bounce. So I mean this would be a very aggressive move, but you know I wouldn't blame anybody for taking that. And look at that feedback, instant feedback. You're gonna hold on right there. I think you should hold on when you get the bull doji, and it would have paid off. So that's a nice little move. You get this lower high, bear lower high. Uh, you can take this, and it turns out to be a good move, but the bias is up. And could you enter down here? I don't think you should. That's a strong bear move. Some pretty big bars in there. Then you get this bull channel. And again, you could argue for these because this is a tight bull channel, but like this higher low, this higher low. But with how flip flopping how much flip flopping we've been doing, I think that's you're just in the middle of no man's land. Bounce. I would understand why someone would take this one, and then boom, that takes you into the end of the day. So here's one last look at the daily chart, just a bull doji, and this is how the week is shaping up. So um, it looks like we're gonna end up with a bull bar, but we'll have to wait and see tomorrow. So hope everyone had a good day. I'll be back tomorrow.